Voxxed Days Vienna in the Cineplex, and I'm talking to Miel, who's giving a talk about CQRS and event sourcing with Lagom.
Right.
What does CQRS stand for? Just remind me.
CQRS is Command Query Responsibility Segregation. And what it basically means is that you separate the write side from the read side, so changing the data from reading the data.
And how does Lagom facilitate that?
Well, CQRS and event sourcing is one of the underlying principles for Lagom. So it's the framework itself is built in such a way that it does, well, yeah, you send commands and you also via sending commands you pull back data. So it's really built on top of this principle CQRS and event sourcing.
So is that abstracted away from you in the framework so you can just start using it?
You will see some parts of it, like you need to write your own events and commands. So you will see it, but what Lagom does is it really abstracts the storing of the events and handling all the consistency parts. So you don't need to take too much care about that part. Yeah.
And it describes itself as an opinionated framework.
That's right, yeah.
What does it mean by that?
I think you can see it in the same sense as, for example, Spring, where you can, with really little boilerplate code, you can define, for example, your interfaces or certain aspects. So you don't need to write a lot of code. It will, for example, if you give the interface certain types, then it will say, okay, this is a REST GET interface or a POST, things like that.
And do you use it yourself?
No, not in production. Built some test applications with it, which you will see in my presentation as well. But I think, at least that's my opinion, it's in its early stages. So I would like to see it more proved before really starting working with it in production.
Is there any features in particular that are coming up that you're looking forward to?
Not that I know of. They just released the new Scala APIs. So if you're a Scala developer, those are really cool and even takes you less code to write the same functionality. Other than that, I'm not sure.
What are the key takeaways from your talk?
What I think is that I want to present like an introduction into Lagom and see and tell a little bit why it's built on top of CQRS, what the strengths are, and also especially focus on the read side, so what the advantages are, and especially what you'll see in my talk is I'm using, instead of NoSQL, I'm using a SQL database, and to see the strength of denormalizing the data into tables and querying on them. So I think also what we do in real code, and it's a real strength and can gain in that way a lot of performance advantages.
Thank you very much.